Hi children, good morning all. How are you? Fine. I am also fine. Myself, I am Ravi Kumari as a science teacher. You know already. Yes? Good. Yesterday's class we discussed about the force. How many members learn the textbook to refer that? So many members. Very good. Keep it up. What is force? Very good. A push or pull acting on an object is called force. Good. What is the meaning of push? Push. The object is moving away from you. That is called as push. What is the meaning of pulling? The object is coming towards us. That is called as pulling. So a push or pull acting on an object. What is the meaning of object? Do you know? What is object? Is it a living thing? No. Is it a non-living thing? No. What is an object? Anything. It may be living or non-living. Very good. Object means anything which is present around us is called as object. Good. Next. The object is moving away from us, pushing, then coming towards us is called pulling, is called as a force. What is the use of force? In the previous class we discussed that we can do so many actions with the help of force. What is the first one? We already learned that, no? What is the first one? Force can move the things. Good. What is the second one? Force can move the things faster. If it is already in moving condition, it will be move faster. Then force can change the shape of an object. What kind of object? Is it a soft object or is it a hard object? If I apply force on this hard object, is it changing its shape? No way. If I apply force on this smooth object, is it changing its shape? Yes. So soft object. If you apply force on a soft object, it will be change its original shape. Next one. What is another condition? Good. Force can change the direction of a moving object. If you throw the ball on this direction, the batsman ready to hit the ball. Then the ball can change its direction. For this action also we need force. So we are all need force to do our activities, what we are doing in our daily life. Good. Next, yesterday I given one homework to you. How many members done that one? Very few members. What happens to remaining? You have to concentrate on the studies, otherwise how can you get the good marks in the studies? You have to do it what I said. Yes. How would I know? Did you complete it or not? How would I know? By showing. Yes. By showing only, I can believe that yes, this fellow done the homework, this fellow did not done the homework. By showing only. By showing what I am observing, there is a proof. To done or not, I am observing as there is a proof to believe that you done or not. Let us move on to the next topic, which is present in the same lesson, force, work and energy. Yes, what is the second subtopic in this force, work and energy? Good, work. What is work? I think so many children will think class work, homework, this kind of work only they knows that. Yes, is it the correct work or any other work what we are doing? The number of works we are doing in our daily life. Yes. Next, what is work? How can we do the work? For example, my mother told to me to push this wall. I am applying force here. How can I push the wall? If I am commanding the wall, come on, go away. Is it going away? No way. I should apply some force on it. Then only the object will move. Then only the work, it will be complete. Now I am applying force on the wall to push it. But it was not going. Again I am applying a more force on it to push. but the wall is not going away. Here, did I completed my work? No. How can you tell that work does not completed here? The object does not move to anywhere. One more work my mother given to me. For example, my mother told to me, keep this book from here to the shelf. So I done that. From here to there I kept the book. Did I completed my work here? Yes. How can you know that? There is a proof. The object moved from here to there. The object is displaced here. That is the reason we can tell that here work is done, whereas here in this situation work is not done. How can you tell that work is done? When we apply the force, what should we apply? What should we apply? Force should be applied. When we apply the force, where should we apply the force? On an object. On an object. Otherwise, how can we do the work? When we apply the force on an object, it will be moved. Otherwise, it will move through a distance. Through a distance. This is called work is done. In this situation, we can tell that work is done. What is done here? Work is done. Once again, tell with me. When we apply the force on an object, the object will move through a distance. Then only we can tell that work is done. What is done here? Work is done. Very good. What kind of work we are doing? Children also doing lot of work. We are also doing lot of work. Even though old men's also doing lot of work. Each and every person in the world, they are doing their specific work. Let us see that. Let us see. Some of the work we can see with our eyes. There is a proof. But some works which we are doing hard work. But we can't show the proof. Based on this, work we can consider as a two kinds. How many kinds? Two kinds. One is called as mental work. Mental work. Another one we can call as physical work. What is this? Physical work. What is this? Physical work. What is mental work and what is physical work? The work which we are doing with our brain, that we can consider as a mental work. And the second one, physical work. What is physical work? The work which we are doing with our body parts like hands, otherwise legs. This kind of work we can consider as a physical work. How can you tell that this work is we can consider as a mental work, otherwise this is the physical work? How can you tell that? How can you tell that? Let us see. I am going to tell in detail mental work and physical work. First, let us see the mental work. What is the first one? Mental work. With which body part we are doing this mental work? Very good. With our brain. The brain is very important organ in our body to do any activities. Yes. So this kind of work we are doing with our brain. Let us see the points or conditions. This kind of work we are doing with our brain. Doing with our, come on, tell with me, with our brain. This is the first condition. And second one, can we tell the proof? Can we show the proof? For example, I am listening music. I am enjoying a lot. Can I show the proof? No way. Yesterday full night I learned science subject to get the good marks. I got all the questions. I done a lot of work yesterday's night, but can I show the proof? No. So there is no proof to show. Here, no proof to show. Remember carefully. No proof to show. And third one, what is the third one? Come on, let us think yourself. What is third one? First one is doing with our brain. And second one is there is no proof to show. No proof to show. And third one, there is no object to tell. There is no object to use it. Yes, there is no object here. This kind of work is called as mental work. With which organ we are doing this work? Very good. With our brain. Come on, tell me some of the examples of work which we are doing with our brain. Immediately, most of the children will tell reading. Good. Good example it is. Reading. Anything else? Listening. Listening. Music. And anything else? Thinking. If you have any problem, immediately your brain starts thinking how I'm solving this problem. Any reason is there? Otherwise, something. What happens to them? What happens to my friend? He is so worrying about something. Like that, we are thinking. Thinking, reading, listening music, thinking, watching TV. Watching TV. Which program you like so much? Good. Cartoon. Yes, watching TV. These are all is also work. But there is no proof to show. There is no object displaced here. And this work we are doing with our brain. This kind of work we can't measure how much work you done. But we know that you done hard work. But there is no proof to show that. We can't measure the work. Yes. So this kind of work is called as mental work. Let us go on to the physical work. What is the second kind of work which we discussed earlier? What is that? Physical work. Physical work is done with which body part? Either by hands or by legs. So what kind of work it is? Physical work. What kind of physical work we are doing? Now also I am doing some physical work. What is this? Good. Writing. Yes. So how can you write the definition for it? The work which we are doing with our hands or legs. That is called as physical work. First condition, do it. Doing with our hands or legs. Good. Second one, is there any proof? Is there any proof? Teacher given a lot of writing work to you. Some children done, but some children did not done. So teacher, in the next class, teacher will ask you, come on, show it to me, how many members done the homework. Some children will show, teacher, I wrote these 2 pages, teacher. But there is a proof here, no 2 pages. There is a proof. This kind of work we can consider as a physical work. So there is a proof. There is a proof. Remember that. There is a proof. Here we are doing with our hands and legs. And second condition is there is a proof. Well, come on, tell me some of the examples of physical work which we are doing in our daily life. What is our good? Writing, playing. Do you like playing? Almost all the children likes playing than the studies, because you are enjoying a lot with your friends. all the body parts are working, so that you are getting sweat, no, while playing. But while reading, nobody is getting sweat, because only brain only doing its action, but remaining all the body parts are rest in position. Whereas in the playing, all the body parts including brain also working, so that we are getting sweat. There is a proof to tell it. Playing, eating food, throwing ball. In all these situations, in all the above cases, some objects we are using to do the work. For example, while writing, what kind of objects we are using? Pen or pencil. Yes, playing, ball, bat, shuttlecock, like that we are using. Eating food, we need a plate and rice, curries, like this, and then throwing a ball. Here is also one object is there. In all the above cases, the object is moving from one place to another place. There is a displacement here. Based on this kind of work we can consider as a physical work. We can measure it. How can you measure the work? There is an equation in the science. There is a equation in the science to measure how much work you done. How much work you done, we can measure it. What is that equation? Work done is equal to force into distance. Force into distance moved by an object. Moved by an object. This is the equation to measure how much work you done. Remember carefully, in the higher classes, in the next level, we are going to use this equation to measure the work. How can you measure the work? For example, we can measure the water or liquids in liters, isn't it? How can you? We can measure the distances with 1 kilometer, like that. We can measure the weight by kgs. Then how can you measure this work which we are doing with the help of force? I think you don't know. Let us see that. Newton meters. Newton meters. Remember carefully. In the next classes it will become. Not there in our textbook, but you have to remember it. How can you measure the work? Newton meters. Once again tell me. Newton meters. We can measure the work with Newton meters. How can you measure the work? The force, how much we are applying on the object to do the work, the force should be multiplied with the distance moved by an object. Then only we can measure the work, how much you done. How much you done. This is about the work. This equation you have to remember, note down in your running notebooks to remember it. How can you write it? Force should act on object. Force should be multiplied with the distance moved by an object. If the distance is equal to 1 meter, the 1 meter should be multiplied with the force. Then you can get how much work you done. That kind of work we can measure with Newton meters. Remember carefully. What is it? Newton meters. So, okay. We are doing lot of work. Everybody knows that. To do the work, basically what I need. What I need. For example, teacher given 3 pages or 3 long answers, write 2 times. Some children, oh my God, teacher given lot of work, like that they will think. But some of the children, okay, it is easy for me. But some children writing, after 1 page, they will be, dull. They can't able to write anything because they are so weak. But some children, they can write within 15 minutes that 3 question and answers easily. What they have, what this fellow doesn't have. Come on, think yourself to do any work. For example, I can lift 5 kgs of rice with my hand, but my children, my kids not able to lift the 5 kgs. What is the reason? I can able to lift it, but I think a 5 years kid, otherwise 6, 7 years children, they can't able to lift the weight. What I have, what they don't have. Good children, that is energy. One more example I am giving. What I am doing now? I am rubbing the board. If I have a lot of energy, I can rub the board neatly. Yes. If I don't have energy, like this only I am rubbing the board. What is the difference here and here? Here the board is clear, but here some of the words are disturbing. Yes, here the work is done perfectly, but here the work is not done perfectly. To do this, what I have, energy is required to do any work. If I have a lot of energy, I can rub the board clearly. I can make the noise very strongly. Yes, if I don't have energy, I am very weak. I can't able to speak clearly. I can't able to speak loudly. This is also one of the reason. So for each and every person, basically they have to need energy. Now we are going to discuss about the another subtopic under the force, work and energy, that is called as energy. What is this? Energy. It is the basic need to do any work. Any work. Some of the children may ask like this, teacher, I am singing a song. Do I need energy? Definitely you need energy. Otherwise, how can you sing properly? Yes, the voice may not clear. If teachers are conducting a running competition, who have a lot of energy, definitely they will win the match. Who have a less energy, they can't able to run at least 1 kilometer also, they can't able to run. There is a proof. So, what did you understand here? We need energy to do any work. To do any work. What is energy? What is energy? The capacity. Otherwise, the ability to do the work is called energy. Come on, say with me. The ability. Otherwise, the capacity or ability to do the work. To do the work is called energy. Is called energy. From where do we get energy? So many members which are very weak children, maybe they are thinking now. Teacher told to me energy is required to do anything. Mental work, otherwise physical work. To do any work, basically we need energy. From where do we get energy? Any supermarket like D-Mart, otherwise some other supermarkets or anybody are giving energy to you? If like that, so many members will go to the supermarket to buy the energy. But it is not like that. Our body will produce energy. In what way? By eating the food. That's why most of the parents, teachers, doctors always telling children, eat proper food, eat healthy food, eat complete food, drink a glass of milk, eat boiled egg. Why they are telling like that? To get energy. Otherwise, we can't able to do any work. So, what did you understand here? From where do we get energy? From the food only. From the food. Is there any source to get energy? No way. No way. There is no source to get energy. Only one and only source for us to get energy is the food. That's why you have to eat proper food to get energy. Then only you can play very well to win. You can run very fast to win, to get the first prize. You can write all the homeworks in half an hour because of the energy only. So you have to eat proper food to get energy. Energy is in different forms. For example 1. I want to lift, already I told you, no? I want to lift 10 kgs of rice. I am applying force here, so I can lift it. I have that much of energy. Which here you can see, if you are doing any hard work, your muscles also performing some action. Yes, the energy which we are getting with our muscle, that is called as muscular energy. Energy is in different forms. Different forms. If you are getting energy with the muscles, we are calling as a muscular energy. Almost all the people, children, all of us, we need muscular energy to run, to walk, to jump, to carry the bag. Nowadays, the bags are very much heavy with the books. To carry the bag, you need muscular energy to carry the bag. But some of the children, they are looking very lean. They are not able to carry the bag also. Their mother or a father are carrying bag towards the bus. But we don't have that much of help because we have that much of energy to carry our books back. Isn't it? That kind of energy is called as muscular energy. Do you like kabaddi game? They are also applying, they are also using muscles to get the point. So that is also muscular energy. They have lot of muscular energy to get the points for their teams. To running competition, almost all the physical games, not carom board like this. Carom board also game. Chess is also game. But which body part is doing work? Your brain. Isn't it? Whereas in the carom board, you are using fingers. Here we have to use the muscular force on the striker to hit it. Whereas in the chess game, your brain is working a lot. Yes, to win the match. So like this. Next one. If you get the energy from the food or the energy which is stored in the food is called as food energy. What is that? Food energy. Next. If you are getting energy from the electricity, if there is no electricity connection, the fans, lights may not work. That is also, it is one form of the energy. What kind of energy it is? Electrical energy. What is it? Electrical. Like this, so many forms of energies are there, but not there in our textbook. So that I don't want to confuse you. I am just introducing energy is not in the food or not in one form. There are different forms are there. In the next class, in the next level, 5th class, 6th class, we are going to learn the different kind of energy forms, how we are getting from that, like that, different. It is so much interested lesson. Children, you know already. Compared to the all subjects, science lessons are always interested to listen. Why? Because for everything there is a proof. For everything there is a proof. That's why children and the people, almost all, they shows very much interest to learn the science subject. Everything we know the proof. Yes, this is like that. What is that? Photosynthesis. There is a proof. Everything. How the body parts are working. Everything we are learning now. It was very much interested to learn. So these are the different forms of energies what we are getting. One more thing I want to introduce. The energy which we are getting from the sun. What do we call that? Nowadays, so many members are using solar rice cookers, solar rice panels to heat the water. What kind of energy From where they are getting energy? From the sun. This kind of energy is called as solar energy. What is that? Solar energy. So many members, they are using solar energy. Why? Because, yes, liquid gas. The cost is day by day is increasing. That's why to decrease that, they are using solar energy to cook the rice, to heat the water, like this. And one more thing I want to tell. From the food we are getting energy, no? Plants also need energy to prepare the food. If they are not preparing food, we can't get the food, we can't get energy. From where they are getting energy? Basically from the sun. The sun is the one and only source to give energy to all the living organisms through the plants. In the plants, solar energy is stored in the form of a food. By eating that food, the solar energy will enter into our body and stored in the muscles to do our activities. So, sun is one and only source to give us energy, but basically we are getting energy from the food. Plants are getting energy from the sun to prepare the food. This is about the energy. Now I have a doubt. What is the relation force, work and energy? Is there any relation? We are getting energy from the food. The work will be done when the object is displaced. Force means a push or pull. Is there any relation between them? Why they include all these three words in one lesson? Let us see that. Definitely there is a link between the force, work and energy. Force, work and energy. Let us see that. I want to do the more work. What I need? Energy. How much energy you need? More energy. If you have more energy, you can apply more force on the object, then more work will be done. If you have less energy, you can apply very less force, then less work only will be done. That is the link between the force, work and energy. Let us see that. If you have more energy, more force you can apply on an object. Then how much work will be done? More work will be done. More work will be done. And next one. If you have a less energy, less force only you can apply. Less work only will be done. That is the relation. Come on, tell me. Less energy. How much force you are able to apply? Less force only. Less force you are able to apply. Then how much work will be done? Less work only will be done. This is the relation between the force, work and energy. Remember carefully. It's very much interesting lesson. You have to think yourself what kind of work we are doing, how much energy we need, how much force I am able to apply on an object. Listen carefully, understand the lesson properly. After reaching the home, go through the textbook, learn well. If you have any doubt from the lesson, in the next class you have to ask me. I am ready to clear your doubts, children. Okay, right? Bye.